Mr. Ryan, it was sure nice to meet you here during this lesson, and I wanted to send you this little summary here. There's the big difference. Where on the left, on the old gold, is where you're starting out, and that ball is so far back in your stance that almost your whole body is in front of the ball relative to the target, whereas when you look at it for the tour players, you're going to see most of their body is on the right side of the ball as they look at it, the left side of the ball as we look at it. Much more like that, so that through the impact area, at impact, so you have about 80 or 90% of your body in front of the ball, whereas they would have about 60 or 70 or 80% of their body behind the ball through impact. And so, as we went through the lesson, that's where you ended up more. And it didn't feel too weird for you. It felt weird at first, of course, but there you see on the right on the new blue, you have much more of your body behind the ball. It's just going to tend to make you more consistent as time goes on. So again, there's that first swing from the lesson right here as we started out. And as I mentioned, you have a lot of good things going on there. Arms are pretty well extended. Hands turn over pretty well. But remember also, the thing we noticed was that from this down the line angle, you lined up well to the right. Remember the red flag was right about here on our range. The orange flag was right here. And the target was on this green line. I'm sorry, on the blue line I'll show you. Yeah, right there. Target was on the blue line, so when I adjusted your alignment as well, that affected things, and of course you start hitting them to the left at first, but you adjusted to it quite well and started hitting them better and better from this square alignment, Jim. And you're still nicely on plane there. So that was beautiful to see. Right down the plane line there on the downswing with your club head. So that's fantastic. It's much better to be lined up squarely, obviously, instead of lined up so far to the right and kind of hooking it back. And then with the driver, did the same thing, and you handled that pretty well also. Yeah, it's nice to see that club head around that plane line on the downswing, and then through the top of your left shoulder, parallel that plane line in your follow-through from the square setup. Very, very nice, Jim. Much better than this setup we're seeing over here on the left on the old gold. Those are the two main things that we talked about. Jim was getting that setup square from this down the line angle, and also getting that setup from this face on angle, so the ball's further forward in your stance so you can get positioned behind the ball more. As we spoke about, you want to be behind whatever you're trying to hit instead of getting out in front of it. I look forward to hearing how that goes for you, and us doing that second lesson where we can check up on this. So feel free to give me a ring, 729-7073, or email me at this email address to get that second lesson set up, Jim. I spoke to Eric at a family function a couple weeks ago, and he was glad that I got to know you. So we'll talk soon.
Hi, this is Joel.
I'm here at Dr. Todd Elworth's office. He's one of the best chiropractors in the region. He's a TPI certified golf fitness professional, and I really want you to know about him because he can help you a lot with your golf fitness, just as he's helped my young student Taylor here in the last year or so.
And how we met, Taylor came into my office with back pain. What we took him through is numerous screens to find out why he had the back pain. I don't only treat back pain, but my second goal is to find out exactly why he has this problem. So we analyzed him, we find out he had some certain weaknesses, we put him on some strengthening exercises, and he's doing very well.
He's done great. He's had very little back pain, and that's mainly because he injured himself working too hard at the golf course. So he's done his exercises, he's felt great. I'm very, very thankful that Todd's been able to help Taylor in this great way. And I want him to help you too if you have any questions at all about your golf fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shot, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.